Hello everyone, and this is a tutorial on how I made Rock Myself, which is my recent YouTube poop music video that I made of Rock My Emotions, one of the songs from Kitsune 2, or Squared I should say. Not really the most popular of artists, but he is very popular on the internet, or so I hear. So anyway, what I first did to get it is I got all these samples of my own voice by recording. Now, when you're making a YouTube poop music video and you want to actually use a source that's already got, stuff recorded, which most people do, you'll want to record from the videos that they're on or something like that. I don't know. But basically, the way I did it was I just recorded myself trying to hit the note C as best as I could, and I admit I'm not like the best singer or anything like that, but hopefully I did okay. And of course I fine-tuned it about as best as I could. So yeah. Anyway, I got these wave files by going into Audacity and hitting record. I'm actually using Audacity right now to record this commentary. So it's recording right now. Yeah, that's nice. But anyway, I actually used it to get this up here, which I can't play for you because I'm recording, so oh well. After that, I had to export them as WAV files, which you do by hitting edit and then going, or file, excuse me, and then hitting export as WAV, which is right here, which I can't because I'm recording, but yeah, that's basically how I got this file here. And this is actually a scrapped one. I don't like it, not the way it sounds. It's called done. It's called done because it sounds like done. And I could have spelled D-U-N, but I thought done would have been funnier, but I decided not to use it because I didn't like the way it sounded. Then I went into Sunvox, which is the program I used for covering this song, to put all my samples together and, do all the pitch shifting and stuff like that for the song. And basically the way I did that was by using samplers. I'm sorry, I can't click around like that, like I'm used to. And so basically I just went into it, load, and I already have it selected, hit done, and now I can play that thing. Of course I had to do a lot of fine-tuning. If you can hear what's going on my desktop, which I don't think you can, then you will just hear that sounded like really low. I mean, I had to fine-tune that, obviously. And I've already got one fine-tuned right here. This is the one I used in the intro, and that's actually my voice without any synthesizers on it. And I put it through a couple synthesizers, like a delay and an echo, just because, it sounds better, basically. Sorry about my throat. I do have a bit of a sore throat. So, basically, I went and I covered the whole song. I used a lot of copy-paste. I mean, every single one of these grayed out ones is a copy of one of the earlier ones. The black ones are the ones that I actually wrote. That's the beauty of covering one of these songs, is they repeat themselves a lot. If I were covering like a rock and roll song that had like a huge solo, it would be a lot harder because I'd have to write out the whole solo instead of like the chorus and the song breaks and just repeat them over, because that's what this song does, at least. The hardest parts of this song was in parts that have any sliding in them, like you can see there. The 3 effect is sliding into the note. It's very, very, very difficult, especially here. Like the 2 effect is sliding downwards, 1 is up. It's very difficult to get that right. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it right, but nobody's perfect, and I'm sorry. Anyway, I then exported the whole thing as a wave. Like doing this, I mean, you'll be able to do that in your own music program, whatever you use. I will provide a download link to Sunvox in the description if you want to try that out. It does take a bit of getting used to, but if you need to, you can always look up tutorial videos. And if you want to use this, there's always these simple examples, and that's how I figured out almost everything to know about them. I mean, they're just like very, very small songs. They're very nice for that. And you can look up tutorials if you want to. This is not going to be a tutorial for Sunvox, unfortunately. And I just doubt I'll ever do something like that. So, anyway. that got me this file right here. Exporting it, the entire song to a WAV is right here. And for some reason, I don't know why, the Windows Movie Maker will not. Okay, apparently it did. Weird. If I'd known that, I would have just changed the name. But for whatever reason, when I first exported it to WAV, it wouldn't actually export. I guess if you're having trouble with that, just change the name of the file and you'll be fine. I didn't know I could just do that. But what I did do was I went into Audacity, brought it in, exported it as a WAV again, and then I got this file, which went into Windows Movie Maker fine. And as you can see, I got the original audio and video actually by using I just took a snapshot of the the photo. I didn't really feel like creating my own art because, I mean, I really don't have any inspiration for that. I'm not much of an artist. And I got the audio as well from the thing using a program called Freecorder 5, which goes straight into your Firefox if you have that. And I just went onto the video, hit record, and it recorded for me, and it was very, very nice. And that's how I got the original audio. And I synced up the audio from my thing, and I saved it as a movie file, and then I uploaded it to YouTube, and that is how I made this video. The only other thing I want to mention is I did end up using Dropbox to share the files, so that on my video, which is shown here, I actually have a couple Dropbox files. You can use Dropbox, you can use Media Upload, it doesn't really matter. Just use something to share it. So yeah, and I'll be providing links to basically everything in the description of this video, and this was the last screen I actually saw. And that's about it. The only thing, I do have a couple tips for you if you want to try this kind of thing. First off, Rock My Emotions did not have any sheet music or Synthesia files or MIDI files that I could find on the internet. If you cannot do this by ear, then it's probably not for you. You probably don't want to try this kind of thing. Because, you know, my video doesn't have any video editing in it. That's because I only have Windows Movie Maker, and I have no idea. I don't want to, like, pirate anything, and I don't really feel like doing it in Windows Movie Maker because I'll just get scorned and it'll suck. It'll suck worse than it does. But anyway, if you're trying to just do an audio track like me, or if you're trying to do both video and audio, I would suggest learning at least how to listen with your ears to music and, you know, say that this sample needs to be at this note at this time and for how long and where it needs to be and all that stuff. It's not as hard as it seems. Most of the time, once you learn, if you've learned how to play an instrument at least, then it usually will come naturally just by listening to songs. If you can't listen with your ears, the only thing for it is to just find sheet music for it. And the thing about sheet music is even that is mistaken a lot of the time because it's often written by fans instead of the actual composers. So, you know, there will be imperfections, and there are imperfections in this song that I did. There's nothing you can do about that kind of thing. They're just there. No one's going to have 100% perfection. But yeah, so basically, if you want to do this, I would suggest learning how to write music first, because that's extremely helpful. And that'll about do it. I actually used this recorder here to record this video. It's a fairly good recorder. It's better than Cam Studio, that's for sure. It's a lot easier than Cam Studio, and I would suggest looking it up, but I'm not going to provide a link to that because it wasn't really used in the original, in the Rock Myself. So thanks for watching, and that'll be all for